stop the streaming. Okay, now why do I not have MFDs? Right. Yeah, you don't see my other two monitors though, do you? Right. Okay. Now, why don't I have MFDs showing? Yeah. I've never had. Let me. D- yeah. Let me just restart because all the moving shit around and all. All right. Cold and dark. Okay, there's that beacon. Now watch this. You see? Can you see my mouse cursor? Well, it just disappeared, but you see it over that? Okay. Okay. Watch this shit. Reset that. Okay. Oh wait, I gotta look up where you can see the. Okay. Now watch my right prop. Notice the left didn't. Okay. Now we'll do the left engine. You turn your yoke to whichever engine you want to start. Now that's because of SPAD, not because of honeycomb. And now I don't I don't need that light. Now why did my avionics go off? Yeah, no shit. Let's see something. Where is it? I don't know if I did. I don't think so. I must not have. I'll have to look at it. I'm so used, and my engine quit. All right, let me cheat and hit Control E. Might not. Yeah, it was already going. It never quit. I don't know why the right engine did. Uh-uh. No, it's on. Whenever you bring your mixture, okay, on the Bravo throttle, you've got a detent on all of the levers. And if you pull the mixture below the detent using SPADX next, when you pull it below, it closes the valves. Once you pull it out of the detents, the valves automatically open, and then you bring your. So, but I can't figure out why my right engine isn't turning over. Whoa, that's weird. Look how Garmin is. Huh. It's very strange. Yeah, I just put a hot fix on the it's when I leave it on start. See, I moved it the okay, something strange is going on. Right. Let's try something here. Get rid of SPAD. Okay, now I've got a regular, just default honeycomb alpha and bravo. Okay, now we kill SPAD. Okay, now it should be just default. Yep, B start. Oh, I gotta load and save. Um, Wrong thing. Restart. Okay, let me check something. I don't remember if I hit save after I changed. Did I? Okay. What? Yeah, it does whenever you, as soon as you hit battery. Yeah, I've got switches on the honeycomb. You've got you got your battery, alternator, all kind of neat stuff. O- Only problem is without SPAD, you start both engines at one time. Oh, what the heck? Oh, okay. Yeah, that too. Why? Why is it? It's cool. I know all the cops here. Well, not here. I live in Beaumont now. Oh, that's where I am, Beaumont, on the plane. Huh? That's strange. I sure got all my switches right. I do. Yeah, that's where we live now. I'm from Lake Charles. I'm at Kilo Bravo Papa Tango. You have to zoom in close enough to see Beaumont and Port Arthur. It's on the southeast corner. Southeast. Kilo Bravo Papa Tango. Affirm. I think so. Let me look and see. I might have. Yeah, I'm on West server. I'm gonna hit restart so I can see why this thing is acting up. No, I was gonna make it in the cockpit. Or, well, actually, I'd probably just go fly. All right. Uh, B58 Baron. It usually shows up as BE8, and you're in slot 12. No, I'm not in a King Air, just a Baron. It's a smaller twin. Will not keep flying. I wonder. Yeah. Oh, I'm flying now. I'm not flying. I mean, my engines are running. I just had to cycle my mixture so that it would catch up in the sim. Or at least that's what I did just now, and it started working right. Right. If you're in 12. Okay. I don't know what it's going to show you in. Oh, you're in the Baron. Okay. Okay. Look by your left knee. You have to move the yoke. Okay. You'll see two of them down by the. You see the row of. Right. It's not really a key. It's just a switch. You all fired up, huh? Ready to go. Where are we going? You got daylight or okay. Right. Okay. That's cool. Okay, any place you want to go? I resemble that remark. All right. Let's just run over it. With the, yeah, that's the one I used to always fly. It's not bad. I kind of enjoy it. Uh huh. Right. Okay. You behind me, or I left your room? Okay. Right now we're facing basically south, and yeah, yeah, I see you. Yep. Uh, Once we get up, we'll turn left to about 075, 08, somewhere in there. Since I don't have my GPS turned on, well, I've got it on, but I don't have a flight plan set on it. Yeah. Okay. You ready? Okay. Throttles now. Flaps. Tap the brakes. Gear coming up. Flaps coming up. Okay. Let's see beside me. I'm going to start my turn to the left. We're about 7.5. A little bumpy. Yep, and the RPMs to about 2,500. Okay, no, I've got clouds. I've got clouds. I'm on live weather. Yeah, I might not be on live weather. I'm on the live time. Okay, 2 grand, 2,000 roughly. We're not going far. There's a big lake right here on the right hand side is Sabine Lake. On the other side of the lake is Louisiana. On this side is Texas. And the river that goes into it is Sabine River. Yeah, I'm holding. Well, I'm not holding yet. I will be in a second. $2,100. hand flying and autopilot. Okay, set for 2,000 feet. I'll go to heading mode. I'm gonna head for. Oh darn, I can't do that on this. What's it knocking? I don't know why it rolled all of a sudden. No, not yet. That's what I'm fixing to do. Well, I hadn't hit heading yet. Heading mode. Yeah, look on your MFD. I'm at 072. I'm setting. Yeah, I'm holding 2100. Roger. Might be changing course a little bit. I'm gonna set my GPS for Lake Charles. Okay, we're gonna change to about 7-1. Hit nav. There, I got it on GPS now. Oh, we're gonna change it a little more than that. We were further south than I thought. Yeah, it's gonna be about 6970. I wasn't off far. I've got a plate and tin screw. Well, I'm holding 7374. Well, I must be on. Oh, that's right. It should be cloudy as hell here because we had a front going through. I forgot about that. Yeah. Okay, you see that little narrow strip of water on our left? That's the intercoastal waterway. Goes from I think Corpus all the way to Florida. And I've traveled on that. I've gone up and down that thing quite a bit when my wife and I were first married and I was working on tugboats. Yeah. on. I'm full. I'll pull my. Oh shit! I'm on way too high in airspeed. I forget I'm down low where my props are going to grab. There, I slowed it down to about 165 indicated. No, 074, I believe. 73. 073. Right. Oh, there you go. Just off to the left. Just crossing the Wilson waterway. Justin Wilson used to always call it the intercoursing highway, waterway. Justin Wilson was a comic, Cajun comedian. Yeah. Now I'm only down to about 160. Yep. Let's see. Yeah. Oh, I love this plane. Yeah. Really? Okay, that runway up there that we see ahead of us is Southland. It's like an executive airport for all the jets because we've got a couple of 3 casinos, petrochemical refineries. They're always flying in. And that lake off to our right is Calcasieu Lake, but they call it Big Lake or Grand Lake. And the little lake to the left of Southland, probably right in front of you, is Moss Lake. And then if you keep going north, you'll run into Prion Lake. Go a little further north, you'll run into Lake Charles. I had put it on for a little while. I need to put it back in because I liked it. It was a lot more accurate. Yeah. Right. I meant to do that and I forgot to. I was going to check the apartments we live in. Well, it's a senior living community. Old farts. Yep. The old fart factory. Am I right? Okay. Okay. I'd have to go outside. You got piss poor vision to the left, to the right as the pilot. Oh, you know what? God, I can do. Co-pilot. Switch over to the co-pilot seat. I still don't see you. to go to. Yeah, I'm getting ready to say I gotta go to external. Yep, right in the B column. All right, back in the pilot seat. And if you look down on your MFD, if you're not zoomed out too far, or in too close rather, about 5 miles is Lake Charles, KLCH. That's where I did my first solo. Yep. Yep. That's I did my solo there 51 years ago. Cessna 150. I enjoyed the shit out of that. The next day, see, back then you could solo, then go get your medical. Nowadays you have to get your medical before you solo, so that you can get your student pilot license. Back then you could get it the day after you solo, or right after you soloed. And I went and took my physical and found out I was colorblind. I wasn't going to be able to get a commercial license. So that meant I'd never get to fly ag, which is all I wanted to do from the time I was first grade. All I wanted to do was fly crop dusters. Yep. Yeah, the airport's right below us. And then you can see it. Yeah, you can see off to just to the east of it, northeast of it, a round building. That's Burton Coliseum, where the local university has all their, or used to have, I don't know if they still do, all their basketball games there. We're south of Lake Charles right now, south part of Lake Charles. You look off north, you'll see the lake itself, Lake Charles, and then all the rest of the city. Huh? What? Oh yeah, that's a Chutes and Gators is a hunting lodge, hunting camp. It used to be all rice field, and they dug a levee around it, tall levee, and then they flooded it and stocked it with bass. It never gets over 10 foot deep, and it's turned into a pretty good bass factory. The biggest right now are about 5 or 6 pounds, 7 pounds in that area, which isn't all that big. Then you can go east of there to Lacassine Refuge, which we ought to be right about over it by now. They've got duck hunting and fishing there, bass fishing there, and it's nothing to catch. Well, I wouldn't say nothing to catch. They are kind of rare, but I mean, you can catch 10, 12 pound bass there. But the duck hunting, at least when I used to hunt there, was killer. You could go some days, and in the part of the refuge where you're not allowed to hunt, the ducks will gather there, and in the morning when they take off, it looks like a tornado, a dark tornado of ducks funneling up into the air to take off wherever they're going to go. Ducks and Same with geese. They'll have geese do that same thing. And once duck season is over, it stays goose season for specks and snows, which are basically the same snakes. Specks, blues, and snows are all the same goose, same species, but at different stages of life and different colorings and all. But when duck season ends, it stays the snows and blues and specks, and you're allowed to pull the plug out of your gun and carry, however many shells you can handle, your gun will handle, and you're allowed to crawl the geese instead of sitting in a blind, and you're allowed to use electronic calls, and there is no limit because they're killing farmland. They're so overpopulated. A flock of them can land on a rice field for the night, and by morning time the rice field is nothing but mud. Oh, you got Penelope with you? Mine's still in bed. Oh, okay. How old are you? 14. Okay. Yeah, I understand. Let's see. Tell you what, let's turn south. Oh wait, I'm on. I can change over to heading mode. No, I was going to Lake Charles. That's all I did was. Okay, we're going to turn to about 150. So I just stay on autopilot and change it over to heading mode. Yep, I see you. You're passing in front of me. Okay, in front of you. Yep, and shortly thereafter will be the Gulf of Mexico. Oh no, it's a little bit further than I thought. Let's turn to 180 because I want to angle you to Cameron Parish. Yeah, we're not in any other state, but when you hear Parish, you know you're in Louisiana. Where do you live? I keep forgetting. Missouri. Been through there a few times. Okay. Yeah, me too. Yeah. Good. Right. Well, I was born in Indiana, and when I was about a year and a half old, 1.5 years old, we moved to Louisiana, little bitty city right out town right outside of Lake Charles. It's a little suburb outside of Lake Charles, then into Lake Charles a few years later, and then moved up to Monroe for a year. My dad was designing a plant for PPG, and he was a mechanical engineer for them. And then back to Lake Charles and stayed there until I went in the Navy and traveled a little bit there. Then back to Lake Charles when I got out. And then a little town called Niblets Bluff on the Louisiana-Texas border, right by the racetrack, horse track. And back to Lake Charles. And then stayed there when I opened up my cabinet shop. Stayed there for 30-something years. And had my motorcycle wreck and had to quit doing cabinet work. I couldn't do it anymore. So I went to work with my little brother, chasing gas wells and oil wells and testing them. And ended up moving to DFW area, and then to Pennsylvania to test wells there, and then back to DFW area, and down to San Antonio. And I was testing wells there, and the company made me a regional supervisor, which really pissed off my little brother because he's the one that trained me, and he got passed over on it. Now, he's good at what he does, but he's not good at supervising. And I had lots of experience with that, with my cabinet shop. And did work there until I had a pulmonary embolism and then 2 strokes. And the doctor said I had to quit working. I wasn't allowed to work anymore. Okay, go ahead. Yeah. Yeah. Inside air temperature. Okay, we're gonna come right to about 190. No, go to 200, I guess. And now we're going to end up going toward let's see, they should be Pecan Island or Grand Chenier, probably. What's that? Yep. There's millions of alligators right underneath you right now. And that, oh, by the way, I just crossed over the intercoastal. That same canal that you saw in when we first got into Louisiana. Okay, when we get to the coast, we'll follow the coast. Fly in. Oh, you ought to see it in real life. It is incredibly gorgeous, especially if you like to fish. Well, yeah, that's what I like too. right in this area, you can catch bass, perch, and then on next cast you might catch a saltwater species like a red drum, which are incredibly fun to fight. They get up big. They'll get up to 65, 70 pounds. Not so much around here, but on the East Coast they do. In this area, you'll see them up to 40 or 45 pounds, about all. But you can catch the 5 and 6 pounders on that side. 5 to 10 pound are good eating. Oh man! And then when you get up to the bull reds, which are the big ones, 30 pounds plus. You can't fry or broil or anything like bake any of those because they taste like crap then, because they're so coarse of a meat. But you can take and okay, turn west now. I'm behind and to your right, following you. About 270 ought to be 260. Is that part of the coast? Kind of slopes southward, a little off of Crew West. Where's this part like still? It's like a little bump in the coast. Right. Just follow the coast. And then anyway, you can take those big ones and fillet the meat and cut out all the red meat that's in it, so you can get rid of that gamey taste. And then boil it in the same stuff we boil crabs in, crab boil mix. And then you can flake out the meat and make stuffed crabs with that, using that meat instead of crab meat. And you'd swear you're eating real crab. It's that good. Yeah. Yeah, I doubt if it was real Cajun, but yeah. Right. Right. It is. Where we used to live in Lake Charles, just south of where we lived, the highway we lived on, you go down to what's called Boone's Corner, and there's a alligator farm there where they raise alligators for the hide and the meat. They sell the hide to the fashion people and the meat to restaurants and stuff. And that is some really good meat when you get the right person cooking it. I don't mean just so good, I mean damn good. Roger, I'm following you. Slowly easing up on you. I've never flown formation on you, I don't think. I used to be able This plane won't do it, but I used to be able to hold a tight formation on you, and I'll be inverted. Right. Yep. Right there to your right is Big Lake, Grand Lake, and then that waterway coming out to the Gulf is the ship channel, Calcasieu River. And then that little island where that loop is, where the river used to run, that island's Monkey Island. I wouldn't be surprised. A lot of people have. I've done this once or twice. There you go. Now check it out. I used to love doing this. I had a buddy of mine that he and I used to fly together every night. Every night. And we'd fly either Falcon 4.0 or whichever Microsoft Flight Sim was in at the time. And then we flew DCS for a long time. Oh, getting a little too close. Bouncing around. Yeah. Right. Roger that. Not a problem. Okay. Well, we're almost back to Texas. That's Sabine Lake to your right. Sabine River, the ship channel, and Nature's River also flows into that. And just on the other side of the lake is the airport we took off from. Where do you want to see? What do you want to see next? Have you flown to Houston here, on here yet? Yeah, I like landing at Sugar Land, which is on the west side of Houston. It's another GA airport, executive type airport. Matter of fact, that no, they took all them from West Houston, Houston executive, I think. That plane that crashed, I don't know, a month or two ago, the MD-80 or MD-87. I hardly ever do, but that was close to home and it was on local stuff. I'll watch the local news for the weather only. Well, I don't have cable either. I just watch it on the internet. Well, you see, our internet is on Spectrum. Okay, well, over here, I don't know about where you are. Over here, our cable provider, biggest cable provider is Spectrum. And you can get, if you've got Spectrum internet, you can get the Spectrum cable on your internet. So you can watch their whole, everything they've got except the premium channels. That's how I watch the local stuff. And there's a couple of shows that we watch. Wife and I like to watch that Bob Hart's Abishola. That's a funny ass show. Yeah. Right. Yeah. Yeah. Right. You ever watch NCIS? That started out great. Then they got weird on it. Yeah. That's the one we got into the hardest. We got into NCIS New Orleans until they started getting weird. Well, now they've got NCIS Hawaii. And that one's not bad. Yeah. We watch it. Brazilian Isles. What show was that? Right. Right, I know who she is. Yeah, 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 yeah. We used to watch that all the time. Oh yeah, yes. Oh yeah, yeah. I watched it last night, as a matter of fact. Jamie, you remember Jamie, the youngest boy? Okay, he's married now. Okay, right. I won't. Oh shit. I do too. Right. Yeah. Yep. Yeah. The intercoursing. I mean, intercoastal. Yeah. Still holding right on you now. Just backed off a little bit. Yeah. That intercoastal. We used to run it from the Mississippi River all the way to. Let's see. Just the other side of Houston. I was working for Conoco, hauling oil. Not worth a nickel can of wood alligator crap. It hurts. I'm getting, I'm getting just about to the end of my to my threshold. Yeah, well, take a pain pill. I took a muscle relaxer 3 hours ago. I think. No, no, just 2 hours ago, and then I'll take a pain pill in a little bit. VA won't give us any kind of real pain pill. They give you tramadol, which doesn't do a. That's nothing but that's damn it all. So yeah, I've got insurance, the VA. Oh yeah, that's when I went in the Navy. I figured I'd enlist before, and I'd enlist in the Navy because I wanted something where my bed carried me. I didn't have to carry my bed. Right, yeah, landing craft. It's just a landing craft. Higgins. Yep, I was on board an aircraft carrier. Hey, baby, my bride just woke up. I was on the Franklin D. Roosevelt CVA 42. It's been, they decommissioned it. I think it was 75 or 76. Phantoms and course the old Corsair, the A7 Corsair, A6 Intruders. Yeah, and then the F8 Crusader. It was a they called it last of the gunfighter, but it was no longer a fighter. It was a reconnaissance plane, photo reconnaissance. But we had VF-84. They have the skull and crossbones on them, but they were flying F4s. Then after they left the Rosie, they transitioned over to F-14 Tomcats, and then now they're in F-18s. And we had VF-41, which is the ace of spades on the tail. And I can't remember for the life of me. Remember the A7 squadrons. It seemed like one of them was VA-87, but I'm not sure. I'd have to. I was a firefighter. Damage control. It was fun. Yeah, my little brother, when I was on board ship, they have a thing where they call a cub cruise, where you can bring relatives and they'll go out for a day. Yeah, 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 a Tiger Cub or Cub cruise. And I had my brother come and he got to go on the ship. And then after I got out of the Navy, long after I'd gotten out, well, not long, about 5 years after I got out, he joined the Navy and he got stationed in Norfolk. I was stationed in Mayport, Florida, or my home ported. And he got home ported in Norfolk, Virginia on a supply ship. And while they were in dock for their, typically you go out for 6 months and then you come back home for 6 months. And then your home time 6 months, you'll go out on little 2 or 3 day cruises, week long, something like that, but you're always coming back home. Well, anyway, while he was in, they asked for volunteers for a work detail to go strip stuff off of a ship that was being decommissioned. My little brother said, I'll do it. And he went, and it was my ship. I thought that was so cool. Yeah, I've heard of that. I've heard of that ship. Yeah, right. Was that a DE or destroyer escort or? Okay, I couldn't remember if Truxton was a destroyer or a destroyer escort or. Right. My dad was artillery. Never heard about that. Right. I'll be darned. My dad told me a bunch of them, but it wasn't until after, well, not long before he died. Uh, he was artillery, and he was with the 180 millimeter atomic cannon. And well, he was battery commander. He was officer, and he was a battery commander. But it was when they first formed the division or battalion or whatever Army calls it, and they didn't have any of the cannons yet. So they're just doing all kind of weird crap. One time uh, I'm sure you've seen on History Channel one of them where they tested one of the atomic bombs, and you see the soldiers get up out of trenches and start walking toward the bomb, toward the blast. Well, my dad was one of those, and that was before they knew the effects of fallout and stuff. Annie, the atomic Annie. Right. Yep, it is. if I can remember right, they've only used it one time, and that was oh, yep, drop it out of a C-130. Well, that Air Force base that was in Lake Charles Air Force Base, Chenault Air Base, back when I was a little kid, my dad would drive us out to the end of the runway, and we'd watch B-29s come in, and later it was B-47s, and it was pretty cool. Yeah. Uh-huh. Huh. I thought it'd be Nevada. Yeah. Yeah. It's just got a real long wingspan. It's not a huge airplane. Yeah. You know that when they're flying on their mission, when they get up to altitude and they're doing their mission, they've only got their envelope, flight envelope, is a plus or minus 10 knots. 10 knots too fast, it'll destroy itself. 10 knots too slow, and it'll fall out of the sky. It'll stall out. Yeah. I would too. I never got to see it. Right. Yeah, on any military base, when they have an air show, it's free. Oh, okay. Yeah. Right. Yeah. Right. Yep. Yeah. Yeah, like a little kid. Yep. Yeah. We, we had gone. The club I used to belong to, Model Club, uh, would help with the people that were putting on the air show in Lake Charles. We would help them, and one year that we were there, the Blue Angels were there, and the wife and I and my daughter, she was just a little thing then. Uh, we got to go sit in Fat Albert to watch the air show, the Blue Angels. Yeah, yeah. And then a few years later, we were helping with the air show, and the Confederate Air Force showed up, and each club member was assigned to one of the pilots to help him get his car and his hotel and all the stuff, and then help them with crowd control around their plane, help them make sure they got their fuel and smoke oil and all that kind of, just concierge basically for the pilot. And the pilot I had uh, was flying in the old AT-6 Texan, the original, and he was prior Navy, no, I'm sorry, Marine, and flew with the Blues. He was a Blue Angel for 2 years, and he also flew Harriers. Yeah, and on the first day or so of the air show, he said, "Get the back seat ready. We got a VIP I got to take with us on what they do, dawn patrol they call it, where they go fly over the city and cut up a little bit." And he went and flew them. Well, the next day, getting ready for the actual air show part, he says, "Get the back seat ready. We've got another VIP." I said, "Lucky dog, get to fly in the air show with him." And got it all set up and kept looking around for whoever it was going to be. He says, "Hop in." And he and I had been talking quite a bit. I told him about what happened when I soloed. And then that weekend was also my birthday. And he said, "Hop in, you're the VIP going with me." And we went for the opening part of the air show doing the missing man formation. And he was the one that peeled off of the formation. It was only a 4G pullout, but it was cool, and I loved it. Oh man, it's not often you get World War II plane time. Roger that. I'm behind you, off to your right, I think. I was trying to look. I was trying to find something. I'll see you now. Below you, or oh, above you? Okay. Ahead of you, behind you, or okay. Yeah, I'm fixing to go buzz Houston. We lived in Houston for a little while. Darn it! I keep looking down at my second monitor. Roger that. Interstate 10. We've already passed up the Highway 59 South. I wish we'd have. Because right there at 59 South and I-10 is Minute Maid Park for the Houston Astros. And then if you follow 610 around to the bottom side, you'll see Astro World, or not Astro World, that's gone. The Astrodome, it's still standing. And right next to it is Energy Field for the Houston Texans. Right here is, this area is Highway 45 exchange. It's Highway 45 going north and south. This is so cool. Can't do this in real life. Look at the cross traffic goes, instead of going under the bridge, overpass. Yeah. And up here a little further is Eldridge Parkway exit, which is, go south on that to where we used to live for about a year while I was going to the VA just about every week and having surgeries done. Highway 6 is just past Eldridge, and if you follow Highway 6 south, you'll go to that Houston Executive or something like that, which is where that MD-87 took off from that crashed with, I forgot how many people, 80 something or 100 something, I can't remember. But no fatalities, just minor injuries, and the plane burnt to the ground. I haven't heard. Yeah, they are. They've got a place right up here on the right side. Oh, looky here. I'm gonna see if I can fly through that. I don't know if we'll crash or not, but we'll try it. Oh wait, no, can't. Gotta go over it. This is 610, I think, on the west side of town. Yeah. And it was, they think it might have been a projected takeoff that didn't work because the reverse thrusters weren't open. This is fun. 150 feet off the, or less. I don't remember what the elevation is in Houston. I know it's not much. Left wing? I don't see you there. Oh, there you are. Move over some so you have room. I wish you could fly through the underpasses, but you can't. If you see it solid like that, don't try it. I think this right here is 6, and the one we just went over was Eldridge. There's a Top Golf right here on the right normally. And back a little ways earlier was a iFly. Skydiving simulator. A super big fan with that you can actually practice for. Yeah, I would love to go do that once. And right up in here this is Katy, and to the right is a Walmart that my wife used to work at. Whoa, that tree was low. Or high. I was low. Tree was high. I'll get it right. You can tell when a meds start working. I'm sure my landing will be foobarred. Place to land. We can go back down to the coast and follow it all the way to Corpus Christi and see the USS Lexington. Lady Lex. It yeah, hit the Gulf Coast. You'll go at about about 235, somewhere in there. Matter of fact, if you follow, yeah, 215, if you follow it and get out over the water a little bit and stay down kind of low, you'll see all kind of drilling rigs. That's Highway 99. I'm not sure. Well, they got a. No, I've turned. Where are you? Okay. Yeah, about 620. Oh, we need to head more south. Look at the coast. That's where it's curving downward a lot more. Okay. Oh yeah, I see now. I was looking for you, so now I'm all discombobulated. Not a very good lead. At any rate, I'm at 195, basically. Oh, yeah. Tried to lean into my instrument panel so I could read it. Okay, heading mode. What's going on here? Okay, altitude. Me too. What's going on here? Come on, Ted. Wake up. I don't know why it keeps wanting to get off of the heading. Yeah. It even says heading mode in the heading mode, but it keeps wanting to turn left. Oh, there it goes. Finally starting to play right. Holding 700 feet. Oh, God. Yeah, I see the Redbird flight. I see you off to the right behind. Back off some airspeed. Over around 152. What's nice about this Alpha is it's got the autopilot controls. Yeah, I can set like my heading. I've got a knob that I can change my heading a few degrees here and there, whatever heading I want. My altitude, flight level change, all that stuff. It's nice. It's really nice. Oh, man. There you go. Now I can throttle up to catch you. set of rudder pedals. Right now I'm using the pedals from my G29 racing thing. Yeah, I use the accelerator and the clutch for my rudder pedals. It works. Yep. What else you wanted? Okay. Okay. I'll do accordingly. Or I could take the lead and you can practice trying to fly formation, flying in tight. It's up to you if you want to, if you want to try and learn it. You said you're having a hard time. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, they are a little easier to fly, but can you do it inverted? I haven't done it in a long time. That buddy of mine that I was telling you that we flew together just about every night, he lived in Pensacola at the time, and then he ended up moving to Houston to live with his son because he was getting too old to live at home by himself. And then I guess it's been about a year and a half ago he died. He and I flew together. We got so many hours together, it's not even funny. He would have loved to have seen this sim. I know we got over 1,000 hours flying together. Yeah. I'd like to, but we got to see how many people. Well, if I can get live stream to work, that'll attract some. If you get live stream going, that'll help attract some. Probably around 7 Central. We're going to start at Seattle, and we'll probably do 2 legs because the first leg's only like 70-something miles, 80 miles, something like that. But the second leg, I think they made a mistake on the aircraft, the airfield, the airport ICAO number lettering, because the one they put down is over in Africa, the African continent, and it's supposed to be in Mexico. So what I was thinking about doing is taking their second leg and taking off there and just landing at the third leg landing spot, which is down in Mexico. Not too far, but yeah. I think the second flight might be down to still in America, in the U.S. Yep, following. Yep, it'll take a while. They did it in bush planes, but we can do it. Now there's going to be a lot of, I don't know about a lot, but there'll be some fields that you'll have to use bush planes because it's in third world countries where bush plane's about the only thing that flies there. TTLE. I think it's 400 and something legs, flights. It'll probably take a couple of months to do. Up with the old buzzard and you. Check where I am. Oh, okay. On the coast. There's some damn good fishing down here on this coast. Good speckled trout, flounder, and red. I don't know about, I think they got pretty good red fishing too. But I think I think Spanish mackerel will come all the way up to the beach down here. Louisiana, they won't. You got to be offshore a ways. Baron. um, okay, do you have a Discord channel? Okay, so do I. Well, we're on it. We're on mine. Oh, I won't forget it. I've got it set in stone. Well, we need to all get on the same Discord, so either yours or mine or oh yeah, right, yeah, Roger, yeah, yeah. That's always fun. Yeah, you can be our VIP visitor. Our VIP co-host. I don't know how big this will go over, but it ought to be fun. Right. Oh well. Ought to be fun. And if we stream every night, every time we do it, that ought to attract people to come. I don't know. Were you with us on Overkill's flight back? Oh God, a couple of months ago, I guess. We had probably 40 or 50 people flying together. Oh, okay. In Alaska, I think. Oh, okay. Yeah, we were all flying carbon cubs with floats. Right. If I'm not mistaken, that don't mean to interrupt. I think we're heading right at an airport that I've landed at. Um, there should be one right on the nose, or almost directly on. Oh shit! Where'd you go? No, I know, but I bumped my mouse. My my e-cig fell over and hit the mouse and the button at the same time, and I ended up looking at the back seat, bottom of the back seat. Oh, I wonder if, oh, that was Galveston. Oh, I don't know. I can't look at my, yeah. Okay, that should have been Galveston behind us on the coast. Okay, this should be the yeah, this should be Corpus Christi Bay that we're coming up on. I don't remember if it's named Corpus Christi Bay, but the bay that Corpus is on, if it's where I think it is. Because that had to have been Galveston down over there, back behind us. Right. Okay. Bay City Municipal. Oh, oh, I'm down to 31. Oh, shoot. So, that's not bad. I've only used up 19% of my fuel. Right. Yeah. And Bing. Yeah. Right. Oh, I forgot. I forgot I'm live streaming. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, well. I doubt if there'll be very many people that watch it all the way through. Yeah. I do that. Yep. Yep. Yeah. Well, it'll be, I don't know that we'll do it every night, but every other night maybe. I don't want to get people burned out. I don't know. What? That I don't know. Uh-oh. What that, yeah? Oh. Your Discord server? Or? Well, I I need to get something. I didn't know you had one. Okay. All right, we need to land because I can tell by my flying. Yeah, it's either that or have a lot of back pain, and I'm not going to put up with a whole lot of. To our left or to our right? All right. Yeah, yeah, Matagorda Bay. Been there. You lead, I'll follow. Just tell me your just ahead of time what your move's going to be. Right. They'll be generally north and south. 1533, something like that. Yeah. I think that's the one I've landed at. Is that it, just on our right side? Oh, okay. Roger. Oh, I'm sure it's an uncontrolled airfield. That's probably asphalt. Well, I'm in trail. I'll be there. Sounds good to me. Okay. Roger that. Throw my landing gear out. Oh, okay. I see. Yep. I'm going out to the left. We'll meet in the middle. Yeah, that's what she said. Yep. Only bad thing is I can't really see my instrument panel. Yeah, I'm coming over by you to land so we don't run into each other. Not that it really mattered. Okay. Turn again. Oh shit. I didn't turn near late enough. I touched down at midfield. Hey, let me head over toward where you parked. Well, I killed my engines before I even. No, they didn't either. I thought I had hit the wrong switch. Yeah, all my lights are off. That's off. That's on. Those are all off. Now all my avionics are off, and all my switches are off. Yes, thank you. I enjoy just piddling around like that. Good to me. Sounds great. All right, sir. You have a good time. Yeah, no doubt.